All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Muscle Discord, and we are going to jump right into this one. And first off, ask the question: was this a controversial call? Did Phil Clahar deserve to beat Mustafa? And my answer, after reviewing the photos, I know a lot of other channels get out there and they get the results up right away, and they don't really wait for the photos to come out, right? The high quality photos, they just kind of go off the video and Instagram video, and it's kind of blurry and it's not very a good representation of what's really happened in that show. And then so you get a lot of these people online that are like, well, Phil looked like shit and Hassan should have won and this and that. Now, after reviewing the photos, I do believe that Phil deserved to win. If you look at the scorecard here, it was a tie. You can see tie broken by relative placing. Okay. So you see Hassan had 3, then 6, then 9. Phil had 6, 3, then 9, right? It's a tie. So they did break the tie and it went towards Phil. That's how close this show was. All right. So we want to break down the physiques. Now that we got the photos, let's take a look at the photos and break it down pose for pose. So we got Phil Clahar here. Let's jump into these ones here. There you go. You got the high quality photos out. So let's review the actual photos, not the blurry video on Instagram. So good front double bicep for Phil. He came in condition, but there's some things that I do notice, like the lower pecs, right? That's he's 49 years old. So that is catching up to him when the muscle just doesn't pop like it did when you were younger. But considering the guy's 49 and looks like this, it's super impressive. All right, let's go through some more shots here. He looks really, really good. Is he a little slender in the lower half compared to Hassan? Yeah, but he's still very well balanced for his physique and for his proportion. Let's take a look from the back. Open it up. Okay, so the glutes are in. Hamstrings are in. He's conditioned. A little bit of skin fold there. Again, that comes with age, but we're gonna look at Hassan and compare. But Phil's upper body is huge. It's super wide. He's wider than Hassan. Hassan is a little narrow in the clavicle compared to Phil, who's got really broad shoulders. But Phil brought it, and I think it was a tiebreaker. So it was a close show, and they gave the nod to Phil. Let's jump in here for Hassan, front double bicep. So we're looking at his physique compared when I just showed you Phil's front double bicep. You can see Phil's symmetry and the flow and the aesthetics to the physique is better. Phil is better in that front double bicep pose. Sure, Hassan has the massive quads. I do think that, again, there's a film of water that Hassan can't seem to shake. He can't bring that super dry, crisp look. If he did with his physique, he's unstoppable. But he just continues to hold. You can see from the side here, right? Like it's not dry, it's not crisp. Upper body, yes. Lower body, no. And it's just this little details like that, not coming in all the way dried out. Okay, let's look at the back shots here. Okay, so let's go back. That's the finishing shot. Now you compare that to Phil. Phil's glutes, in my opinion, were more in than Hassan's. But obviously Hassan's quads are more dense. I think Hassan's upper back is more separated. You can see the vascularity throughout the back. It's not as wide as Phil's, but it's more separated than Phil's. So this is why it was a tie. It was a tie. It was so close. Is that pick between these two? It was a huge upset because Hassan was the front runner going into this show. I mean, he looks great. I mean, honestly, it could have went either way. But what's your opinion? Should Hassan have beaten Phil? Leave your comments below. I think it's going to be 50-50. I think you're going to have some people that say Phil should have won. You're going to have other people that say Hassan should have won. At the end of the day, it was a tie. So, no one's right. The judges, I mean, I don't know how these ties happen. It shouldn't, the physiques are so different that you really, like, one guy should just be overwhelming enough to just win with the lowest score. But that didn't happen here. It's not very often that we have ties in these shows. And the signature shot for Hassan, he looks great. I just thought it's tough, man. Like, he's two second place finishes in a row. That's mentally really hard to deal with. And, it's unfortunate to see. But let's look at some of the other competitors. Stan, placed third. So great job, great placing for him, great showing for him. Let's see some shots here. Go to the second page. No, okay, they really didn't take that many of him, but we'll go through some of these. He brought the conditioning. Definitely wasn't the biggest guy on that stage, but sometimes it doesn't matter. I.e. Dexter Jackson, not the biggest guy on stage, but bringing that condition, and you're going to see it here in the glutes, in the hamstrings. Much harder and drier than both Phil and Hassan, but lacking in the mass department in order to take these guys out. Be interesting to see how much he weighs here, but good showing for him. Good for him. I hope he does maybe the Chicago next. That's in I think 3 weeks from now. There's still a lot of shows left to do, right? So if you want to collect the points and try and get yourself into the Olympia, Stan, I would suggest you do that and keep competing. And then we have Emmanuel. Now, yeah, I think I had this guy in the top 5 when I did my preview of the show. I really liked his physique. Nice round muscle bellies, nice side chest. Back double bicep. Back needs to come up, but the lower half is great. Good hamstrings, good glutes, conditioning's there. Decent lat spread. That's a good shot for him. Need to bring up the calves. But 4th place for Emmanuel. Good showing for a guy I've never heard of before. Placing 4th in a pro show is good. This is another guy that I discussed in the preview. I don't think I had him in the top 5, but let's take a look. Top 5. Let's look at his conditioning here. It's okay. I think he's on the level of like Phil's conditioning. But again, Phil's just got so much more mass. Yeah, so again, this wasn't the deepest lineup. Again, these guys are coming in shape, which is good to see. We actually have some video here too that we can roll through to see these guys next to each other. And like I said in kind of my preview of the prejudging, Phil is much wider than Hassan, right? And his conditioning was probably a little bit better than Hassan. Now people are saying, no, this is Phil's midsection distended a little bit. I would say yes, it is. Now, is that that GH gut? I don't think so. I think it's just he's carved up. You're not digesting your food when you're competing and you're dehydrated. This does not come out, so it sits in your stomach, and then you get that distension. So I don't think it's GH gut. I mean, now his belly button is protruding a bit there. Sorry, guys, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say because his waist is tight, but there's a little bit of dissension there. Hassan doesn't have that. As you can see, Phil brought it. I knew Phil would be the top 1 or 2 or top 3, but He definitely surprised a lot of people. And you can't sleep on Phil. I think he's going to go do the Romania, the Masters Olympia. So I don't know who is really going to beat this guy at the Masters. Um, let's take a look here. So if he wins the Orlando, well, he won the Orlando. Now he goes to Romania, wins the Masters, Mr. Olympia. Do you think Phil can place top 10 at the Mr. Olympia in November? Leave your comments below. Here, this shows his conditioning pretty good as well, too. He does have some vascularity throughout the back. Really impressed with Phil. I mean, again, 49 years old, beating all these young guns, these up and comers. Here's this guy coming in, kept a low profile, came in and won the show. Wasn't all over social media posting and this and that. Just did the work, came in and got it done, which is great to see. I'm hoping to have Phil on the show and do a interview with him. Great to have him on and discuss, what it's like to be 49 years old and still doing it at his age. To have a physique, it's not easy. To like 49, you're almost 50, and you're looking like this. It's super impressive. There's only a few other bodybuilders that can do that. Dexter Jackson was one of them. So good job, Phil. Tremendous physique. I don't know. I don't know if he can place top 10 at the Mr. Olympia, the Open Mr. Olympia, not the Masters. Masters, I think he's actually going to win the Masters. I'm going to call that now. I don't see anyone else beating this guy at the Masters. And then you got Hassan. He looked great too. I mean, it's tough. Like I said, it was a tie. So could have went either way. Some people may prefer Hassan's physique over Phil's because it's maybe what, if you want to say, it's more complete in a sense. In the lower half, Hassan has it, and Hassan also has it in the upper half. It's very close. That's why I think it is a controversial call. You have like that's a great shot for Hassan. His back is shredded there. So it's close. Again, leave us your thoughts. Did Phil deserve to win the 2023 Orlando Pro, or did Hassan, or what? Stan should have been second. I don't know. I don't think Stan has the size to do it. I think the top two are correct, but man, look at this right there. Hassan looks good, but congratulations to Phil Clahar, 49 years old, winning a pro show. Age is just a number. All right. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up here. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Hey, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the bell notification so you get notified every time we release a new episode. We appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.